Good afternoon. Okay, so we're working on the 350 Legend. I decided to take the barrel off and get a really good polish. Really try to polish it, polish the feed ramp as best I could. Give that a shot. So I got that dremeled out pretty good, polished up. It's pretty smooth now. We're going to put it back together and do some test feeds and see how that does. We got the handguard back on. Got it timed, ready to rock. We're going to put the bolt carrier group in there and do some test feeds. Bolt carrier group is back in. So we can see it's got some CLP on it. Freshly lubed up, ready to go. So we're going to do 20 rounds of the Winchester Super X 180 grain power points. And we'll count, see how many, if any, are failure to feed now. And we're using the carbine buffer, which I weighed this one just under 3 ounces, so it's like 2.7 ounces. I also got an H2 and H3 ready to go. We'll swap those out if we see some significant failure to feed stuff. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about what about our buffer tube, so we'll do a little experiment. All right, we'll do 19 of them. And we're using the Lancer magazine. All right, here we go. We got one. Maybe two there. All right, so we're starting to see some there. That did nothing. All right, so that was pretty brutal. I'm gonna stop there. We still got 4 left. We're gonna try a heavier buffer too, because that didn't do it. So we're gonna put the H buffer tube in. Switching out the one that was like 2.7. I don't think this will be much of a difference, but you know, what can it hurt? Oh, missed it. All right, we got the H buffer tube, which is 3 ounces in here. We're going to test feed these. Put that ball aside. Alright, so that was pretty good actually. Let's jump up to the H2 next. And on that one we had, I think, 1 failure to feed, and then 1 didn't catch on the ejection, but you know, that could have been user error. I'm not a firearms expert by any means. So we're going to switch into the H2 from the H. And we're going to see if that helps out. Alright, so we're in. We're going to skip the one that failure to feed, because just in case that one got damaged. I got a whole bag of previous failure to feeds, I'll throw it in there. It did feel a lot smoother with the H buffer tube, a little bit heavier, but it's only like 0.3 ounces heavier, so I can't imagine that being significant enough to make a difference, but maybe it was. All right. Found the last one. So we got 19 in here again. Here we go. With the H2 buffer tube. All right, that was pretty good. We had 1 failure to feed, even though that may have been a damaged bullet. So we're going to run it again using a fresh box of the 180 grain PowerPoints, and we'll go from there. And that was with the H2 buffer tube, so that seemed pretty solid. There we go. Fresh box of the Winchester XP PowerPoints 180 grain. The reason I'm running these is I like the way they shoot. They're accurate. They hammer deer. And I got a lot of them, so I don't mind using some fresh ones each cycle just to see what's going on. I'll also be trying some copper, the copper ones. I think a little bit later, but we'll try those this season. All right, we got 19 ready to go. That's the H2 buffer tube. Okay. I was a skeptic, but yeah, the H2 buffer tube is the ticket. Yep, you saw it here. I could probably do it again, but that's the H2. I bought these on Midway for like 20-30 bucks. Can't remember the exact price, but Aero Precision, not affiliated. But yeah, between getting a really good polish, breaking it down, and the H2 buffer tube, I think we're in action. I'll cycle it again. Alright, so we're going to run it again. That same brand new box of 19, we're going to run again with the 350 Legend 180 grain Winchester XPs. Again, we got the H2 buffer tube in here, or H2 buffer in here, so we're going to let that do it again, see how it goes. And I think it's actually going to be flawless again. We'll see. That's it. I don't know what to tell you. That's very surprising again. So it's the H2 buffer tube. Get some polish in there. Get the, not buffer tube, the buffer. Get an H2 buffer at least. I read about it online. I'm going to get to the range next. I got a suppressor going to get thrown on it here. So stay tuned for some more 350 Legend tinkering. I am very excited. It's a fun gun to shoot. I highly recommend getting it going. And this is a Bear Creek Arsenal from like 2022, 2021. I think they came out with the new generation, but I'll probably buy another one for some more tinkering. But they're solid, great deer round. So stay tuned. Appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Alright. Gonna probably throw this back in the video somehow. We're shooting the not shooting. We'll throw this back in the video. We're testing the 145 grain 350 Legend target and practice round, see how they cycle. These should be pretty flawless. This is what they test them out with. That's cool. I'm gonna have fun plinking with these. Alright. I'm gonna grab the Brownings and see how they do, because those are even cheaper, I think. I did test the Hornady Custom FTX 165 grains. They got the red tips on them. They cycle like garbage, and not too surprising. Again, reading online about it, they're not recommended with semi-autos, so I see that, I get that. But yeah, pretty cool. All right, stay tuned for the next test. All right, so next round we're gonna jump over to this is what I want to test for the season, the Copper Impact 150 grain. So they're lighter. They do have the red tip. I really want them to work because I like shooting copper, but that red tip I get nervous about. But they're also, you know, they're from Winchester, and I think Winchester understands this market pretty good for the 350s, so we'll see. Again, if I can shoot copper when I can, I'm going to shoot copper. Personal choice. I think you should think about it too. Here we go. Yep. All right, so that's one right off the get-go. Not super surprised. Oh, that was me. Not doing too hot. Ah, God. All right. All right, test is over. All right, so that sucks. Copper impacts. Not good. Not good at all. They were a little bit better than the Hornadies, but not enough for me to take those out in the deer woods. Maybe I'll load the, well, no, maybe I won't. So maybe I'll load the first one in there by hand and then follow up with the 180s, but I'll still take them to the range, see how they shoot, but I'm gonna sight the gun in, I think, for the 180 grains because they are much more reliable. And if you know anything about my shooting, sometimes I need that second, third, or fourth shot. But hey, I don't go hunting just to sit there. Sometimes I do. Next one, we're going to try the Browning 124 grain. These are the round tip ones. Full metal jackets. I think these are one of the cheapest plinking rounds you can get. These I've cycled before, so there are some damaged casings in here, but I marked them. They don't look too bad, and I'm gonna run with them for this test. So we're gonna do 19. Here we go. All right, so 2 failures to feed. There was some more hesitancy with that, with the bolt closing up, but you can see, like this one was previously marked, and that's one that had a failure to feed, and that has got that clear dent in it. But, you know, not the most straight up good test, but it's good enough for my goal here, because these will be just plinking. They're not for hunting. I want the hunting rounds to be dialed in. So the Brownings, I'd say get a pass. I mean, everyone talks about the 350 Legend not being the most amazingly designed round, but it's a fun round to shoot, and it's a whole game changer for people like me. where I hunt, you can only hunt with shotguns up until a couple years ago. Slugs, that is. And then now you can hunt with these 350 Legend straight wheel cartridges, and it's a game changer. It's definitely a lot more fun to go in with a lot more confidence. Alright folks, if you like this content, I would really appreciate a subscribe and some likes, maybe send it to some friends. If you're in the market for a 350 Legend, I highly suggest jumping into it. They can be frustrating, but you know, they're fun round to tinker with. So definitely the H2 buffer is the way to go, I think. I'm gonna run this upper on a couple other lowers, maybe another video. Do that and test out a couple different uppers with this when I got more time. But this is my deer setup. The Nikon 3x9x40, 3x9x40 Buckmaster, and then the got the muzzle brake coming, so stand by on that. And then we got the Omega 36M from Silencer Co. getting put on it, so hopefully we'll have that thrown on here the next week. Again, thanks for watching. See ya.